What's going on, guys? How I've lost weight over the last 6 months. I'm going to share it with you so you can too. Number one, change your diet. You can cycle, you can run, you can swim till the cows come home. But if you've got a shit diet, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. All you'll do is soul-crushingly cancel out any work you've done in the day. So if you go out for a nice long ride and say you've burnt like 1,000, 1,200 calories or something like that, you come home and you eat like a whopping great pizza, a couple of cans of beer or Coca-Cola or whatever, you might as well have not bothered. You might as well not bothered. So you're going to need to change your diet. I personally have adopted the carnivore diet, which is single ingredient foods, high protein. Go look it up, or you can ask me what I eat. That's absolutely fine. But you want to avoid all this processed crap, all these ready meals and all this nonsense. You don't want to eat any. You want to get rid of all of that. You want to get rid of excess sugars. You want to get rid of. You want at least, at the very least, half your carbohydrate intake, unless you're riding or unless you're doing some exercise. You don't want to be at home munching on like high carb stuff, because it's very calorific and it just makes you want more. The stuff I eat is basically sort of meat, eggs, veg, cheeses, things like that. Single ingredient. It is what it is. You know, I see a lot of people chugging these fucking protein shakes and all this crap, Huel, all this nonsense. If you want protein and you're willing to spend the money on that Weight Watchers Huel nonsense, go and buy yourself some decent steak and some eggs. All the protein you're going to need, and it's filling, it tastes good, and it's full of nutrients and macronutrients that your body actually needs. None of this synthetic crap. That would be my first step. Step 2, consistency. You're going to have to eat right every single day, and you're going to have to exercise every day. And by exercise, I don't mean going for a long run or a long ride or whatever like that. I walk. Walking is easy. Anybody can do it. It's low effort and it's just nice. It's just nice if you live in a nice area. Apologies if you live in a city, that's a bit rough, but yeah, go for a walk every single day. Get your 10,000 steps in. If you've got a smartwatch, you know all about that, or get yourself a Fitbit and it's something like that. Keep moving. Keep moving. Go for a walk every single day. Ideally, if you can, I like to go for a walk before breakfast. I know I work nights, so you're thinking, well, yeah, it's easy for you, blah blah blah, but you know, what's to stop you getting up early and going for a half an hour walk before you have to go for, you know, get ready for work? What's stopping you? Anyway, that would be my second piece of advice. Third bit of advice would be to get more sleep. I used to be terrible. I used to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, chugging beer and watching crap TV and playing video games. Do you know what time I go to bed now? Between 9 and 10. You may be thinking, oh, that's a bit sad. But what is it you think you're missing out on by staying up? What is it you're missing out on? Fair enough, if you've been at work and you don't get home till 8 o'clock, then obviously going straight to bed at 9, that would be crap. But for the most part, the message is get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every day. There's a reason I can go out and exercise every single day as I do, because I'm rested. My body is rested. It gives you a chance to recover, your muscles to repair themselves, your body to process the food properly. It's a proven thing. It's not some newfangled science. A decent amount of sleep is a well tried and true tested piece of advice, and I promise you It really, really changes things. When you've had a decent night's sleep and you wake up and you're like, instead of feeling like, oh God, and you don't have to chug like 16 cups of coffee to get yourself going, and you don't need loads of energy drinks all throughout the day, because guess what? By getting loads of sleep, your body is full of energy. It's not tired. It's not tired. And another thing, when you're tired and run down, you're more likely to overeat, because your body's just like, please give us something to, keep us going. That'd be the third. Fourthly, alcohol. So I'll be quick about this. My relationship with alcohol isn't a good one. I don't drink. I gave up drinking, full stop, with the one exception. I will have a few drinks when I go down and see my brother, when I visit my brother. Alcohol makes me depressed, and I've gotten over my depression, and so I decided I had a drink not long after I'd sort of got myself back on the bike, and it made me feel really not great, and I decided just to pack it in. I'm not asking everyone to do that, but alcohol should be a treat. It should be an occasional thing, every other weekend, let's have a glass of something or whatever. That should be a thing. You shouldn't be living for the weekend, and Friday night or Saturday night getting absolutely fucking blottoed. Try and cut that shit out, guys. Try and cut it out, because you'll feel a lot better. And also, if you go and have a heavy night, your weekends are written off. Your weekends are written off, I guarantee. I know for a fact, if I went now and had a really heavy night on the drink on a Friday night, there's no way in Sam's name I'll be going out on my bike on Saturday or Sunday, because the older you get, it affects you more. I'd be written off. So then that's your whole sort of weekend just gone up the Swanee for the sake of having a drink. And I know it's difficult. It's difficult in the UK and in Great Britain, whatever you want to call it, because we have a really bad culture to do with alcohol. I've been off the booze now for well over a year, and I had a young girl at work said to me, like, oh, what, you don't even drink when, it's your birthday? I'm like, no. What, not even if blah blah blah? And I'm like, no. What, not even? They can't get their heads around it. So it's a very weird sort of culture around it. But what you need to remember is not to be peer pressured into it. Not to be pressured into it. I'm very lucky. When I go out and see people, they know I don't drink, so there's no oh, go on, have a beer sort of thing. I'm just as happy drinking tea and coffee. So that'd be my fourth thing. Try and limit the alcohol. I'm not saying give it up completely. I'll just give you a bit backstory about my relationship with it. And if this rings true, then it may tick something in your head. And last but not least, be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. If you're carrying excess weight and you want to lose a bit, obviously, and you haven't lost any weight for a long time, obviously what you're doing up to this point isn't working. Come on, be real with yourself. It ain't working. So you've got to change. You've got to change. Do it for you. Do it for your family. Do it for, I mainly did it because I was, unhappy as I was. My brother said about getting back on the bike, and also I wanted to be fit and healthy for my daughter. So whoever you're doing it for, just make sure you're real with yourself. But at the same time, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. If you fall off the wagon, don't chastise yourself too much. Just think, right, come on, tomorrow, I'll get back on it. I'll get back on it the day after, not the weekend, not next week, the day after. If you overeat one day, or you have a blowout or whatever one day, it's already too late. You can't save that then. But the next day, get yourself back on it. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'll just leave with this. If you do have an incredibly sweet tooth like I do, and you are counting calories, sweet and salty popcorn, big bag of it, only 400 calories or 450, something like that. So relatively guilt-free. Anyway, I didn't want this to come across as a rant or anything like that, but I wanted to just share with you what I've been doing and a little bit of friendly but firm advice. Alright, thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one.